What's up, guys? I totally apologize for not posting a video on Saturday, but I have a good reason, okay? I have a really freaking good reason. I'm just gonna talk at you for a little bit today because I'm having a lot of feelings and I just need to talk for a while. Saturday, I went to go see The Lonely Forest. Ugh, CD! Stand on my chair. Nope. You can see my sticker. That was probably weird. So I saw The Lonely Forest on Saturday. And I'm really glad that Raven mentioned it on Facebook at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I totally forgot that their show was that day. And I was like, oh god, I have to go to the show. Holy crap, I'm closing tonight. I have to go to this show. Like, there are shows that I have missed for various reasons in the past when I've been like, oh no, I missed it, sad times, blah, 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 but the life will go on. But this is one of those shows where I'm like, I have to. Like, I have to go. Because Lonely Forest, let me tell you, have such a special place in my heart. Like, there are bands in my life like Lostlander, who freaking love, and then like We Are Scientists, who have like an entire quadrant of my soul devoted to them. But The Lonely Forest just is so important to me in so many ways you guys don't even understand. Lonely Forest is a local band from Anacortes, Washington. They're one of the first local bands I ever started listening to. It was basically Natalie Portman Shaved Head and then Lonely Forest like at the same time. This show last night was so important because it's been 4 years since I shot my first show. And guess whose show was the first show I ever shot? Lonely Forest. November 27th, 2009. I got my first photo pass for a show, and I'm not gonna get emotional. I might get emotional, I don't know. The first photo pass, I knew nothing of what I was doing. I had no fucking clue what I was doing. Literally that night, on the way to the show, I stopped at Tall's Cameras at South Center Mall to buy my 50mm prime. So this piece of crap, I went on the way to the show and bought it. And it took beautiful photos for 2 years, even though it like broke 3 months in and I didn't really like replace it at all because I was too cheap. $100 lens. 4 years I've been doing this. That's insane. Like, for so many reasons. Like, what? Oh my god. Yesterday was a perfect example of like how weird I get about bands. Like, the fact that I said that We Are Scientists have an entire quadrant of my soul, that's a perfect example of how crazy I get. I've been called a groupie so many times in my life, but that's not it. Most of the time, that's not it. There have been a couple times where I've been like, damn, I wish you weren't married. Most of the time, I just want to be friends with them. I just want them to know how much I appreciate them. And The Lonely Forest is one of those bands that means so much to me because they were the first show I ever shot. And it was their show when I saw Someone Still Loves You, Boris Yeltsin, and I photographed them, and then that picture ended up in their records. There's so many just good memories attached with that. It's weird thinking that it's been only 4 years, but it's also weird thinking that it's been all these years. Like, what? What? Like, The Lonely Forest, Lostlander, We Are Scientists, Foo Fighters, Head and the Heart. Those bands are the bands that have like played these pivotal roles in me. I like being able to tell them that. I like being able to have bands and artists and musicians know how much I appreciate them. I talked to John last night after the show and I told him that I was like, I was so happy that they were playing their show this month, and I told him that they were the first show I ever shot like 4 years ago. And he was like, you shot tonight too, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's so great. And like, he gave me a hug like before I said anything. And that makes me really happy knowing that I've kind of been with them, maybe not from the very beginning, but from relatively the beginning. That's one of my favorite things, not to be like, oh, I listened to this band before everybody else did, but like, I like knowing that I'm a part of those small crowds that appreciate them from the beginning, because knowing firsthand, like, being that I am Lostlander's biggest fan, like, from their mouths, like, they tell me that I'm their biggest fan. And I love knowing that on a smaller level, you get to have those kind of mutual relationships with musicians and with artists, and you get to know that you mean a lot to them just as much as they mean to you. I like that The Lonely Forest has kind of kept that attitude since the beginning. Like, John is one of the most genuine and sincere and lovely and friendly people I've ever met, and that's what made it so special going to see them last night. Like, 4 years later, 4 years, what? I was sitting there listening to the songs and taking pictures and just looking at my camera, but it still felt just as exciting as when I first started shooting shows, and I love knowing that, and I love still feeling that way, and I'm really glad that I haven't gotten completely jaded. Granted, I am a little bit jaded. I don't really know what direction this video is taking, to be honest. I have no idea what I'm saying half the time. I had like 5 hours of sleep last night because I was so high on life when I got home last night. Like, I got home at probably like 1:45. I got a cup of coffee on the way home because I wanted to see the cute barista in Tacoma. And then I drank a cup of coffee at 1:30 in the morning, and I didn't go to bed until like 5. And then I woke up at 10. So I guess it's just me being nostalgic about the last 4 years. I just get really emotional about bands, you guys. It's weird. That's how weird I get. We Are Scientists are coming in May, and you guys, my friends who I'm gonna go with, you don't know how weird I get at shows and how crazy and how excited I get, because no other band does that to me than We Are Scientists. So, the song of the day is clearly going to be a Lonely Forest song. Duh. The song of the day is off the new record, and it's the first track called Pull the Pin and Forget. It's so good. Their whole record is available for stream on pacemagazine.com right now, so you can go listen to the whole thing, because it's great and you should buy it and stuff. So before I get too emotional, I'm gonna stop this video and I'm going to go now. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye!